Hi, this is Roxana from Avitiva, and today is day 30th of the 100-day challenge. And I cannot believe there's been 30 days, but sure enough it has. Today is Demented Wednesday, and for those of you that are watching for the first time, the reason why I call it Demented Wednesday is because I usually use Wednesdays to give an update on dementia and anything I have found out about dementia, as well as what's going on in our neck of the woods with a family member that we're taking care of. Now, I was supposed to do a book tomorrow, a book review tomorrow, and I had to stop everything I was doing because I found this in the local bookstore, local BAM. It is called Alzheimer's, A Caregiver's Guide and Source Book. It is on the 3rd edition. It has been revised and updated, and so far it has been an eye-opening experience starting from the first page. And the reason why I say that is because when I started reading it, they gave a scenario that happened back in 1980. And as I was reading it, I realized that the person that was, the two people that were living in the house, the person I'm taking care of now and that person's spouse, both were showing signs of dementia, which we would have never guessed and we will never know because that person has since passed away, and there was an autopsy done, but it concentrated on their cancer diagnosis. It did not concentrate on their brain. And now I wish we would have done that. The thing about it is this. The statistics are very frightening. When I started reading this, it was stating that 22 million people in the world have dementia, which that makes it about there's 7 billion people in the world. If 22 million are living with dementia at this particular moment, that means that 1 in 318 people have dementia. Now, I'm not very good at math, but that sounds horrible. There is a new hashtag on Twitter that's been trending for the last couple of days, and it's every 66 seconds. And the Alzheimer's Association is telling us that every 66 seconds a person develops dementia. Now that makes the question, why are all these medical companies that could have been making millions out of dementia treatments been concentrating on getting people, curing people on one hand and making them sick on the other with all these cancer drugs, instead of concentrating on something like dementia that could potentially make the money? Because obviously if the younger, there's some people that are 50 and 60 and develop dementia, and that's a topic for another day. But if you if you live to the ripe old age of 85, for example, and you develop dementia at 65, that's 20 years the pharmaceutical companies could be making money from the different drugs that they could have developed if they would have spent more time studying dementia. I mean, this is not a new disease. This disease has been known for quite a while. So, and I know that some people call this senility, and I also know that a lot of people have a lot of euphemisms for what this thing is. But I'm going to tell you what it is. It is heartbreaking. It is emotionally draining. When you're taking care of a person that has dementia, more often than not, they act like a 5-year-old. And as angry as you get sometimes, because you're like, oh my God, how many times do I have to tell you? Yeah, you're probably going to have to tell them 2 seconds later because they don't remember. The person that we're taking care of right now, you'll give them a glass of water, tell them drink your water. They'll take 2 sips. 2 hours later, they still have half the glass in front of them. To give you an example from this morning, I served this person a bowl of fruit. Now, it was a big bowl of fruit, and that doesn't mean that's the only thing they were going to eat. It took the person an hour and 30 minutes to eat the 1 bowl of fruit. After that, I gave them something else, but the thing about it is, I can't do anything else right now, which is why I started doing these videos. I can't do anything else right now because I have to sit there for an hour and a half reminding this person every 5 minutes to grab a bite out of their bowl. And I do it because they're a family member and they took care of me in certain circumstances, and the least I can do is take care of them. On the other hand, it is very draining. Now, another statistic that I found out from different organizations that talk about Alzheimer's is that the average person that is a caregiver to somebody with dementia, they might develop chronic diseases. I'm thinking right now my blood pressure is through the roof, so that's not a good thing. And more importantly, once they're done with their duties, be it because they send the person to a home or because the person passed away, it takes them on average 3 years to recover from the situation in their own bodies because they were not taking care of themselves. Now, if you've been watching these videos, you know that I already said that I have every intention of breaking that mold. I am starting to clean my diet and working out for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't want to be a statistic, obviously. And number two, more importantly, because I think if I'm in good health, I can help this person better. That's just my opinion. So I am reading this book. I am finding out a lot of details about Alzheimer's, and I will be sharing those details with you in different chapters. But the number one thing I want to tell you is this. When a person develops Alzheimer's or dementia, there are two different things. All Alzheimer's is dementia, not all dementia is Alzheimer's, just so you know. The person that is developing this disease starts developing it on sometimes even 20 years before they actually show signs. Not everybody that forgets things has Alzheimer's or dementia. Not everybody that acts a little weird after they get to a certain age has dementia. The statistics right now are baffling. Most people are. And the fact, when I saw that every 66 seconds hashtag, I gotta be honest with you, I almost threw up. Because it is a very sad statistics. And the fact that with all the people, I mean, in my own household alone, we have 5 family members that we know of that have dementia, that have or had dementia. And that's 5 out of 9 siblings in one generation of the family. That is a scary number. I mean, this is a really big number. 5 out of 9 people, and there's 4 of them that are still young enough that they might or might not develop it. It's a really scary number. What is causing this? Is it their diet? Is it what they did when they were young? Were they exposed to something? We don't really know what causes dementia. And to sit here and speculate if it's a diabetes of the brain or if it's a protein situation or whatever it is, that's not solving the problem. I really couldn't care less what is causing it unless it's something that we can stop doing. I think it's very important that we also start looking for ways to cure it on the people that are already on second and third stage dementia. And I realized that in order for us to do that, we need to find out what is causing it. I wish both the natural and the regular doctors would get together and just look for the common goal instead of everyone pulling to their own side. I think that would be great if more natural doctors would get together with regular doctors. I also think that there should be a group, pharmaceuticals, doctors, regular and natural, and just people that are living with this situation, get together, form groups, and figure out what the heck is going on and why are we all getting dementia? Because at the end of the day, this is costing us money. You all have to understand, the baby boomer generation is huge. And they are developing dementia in staggering numbers. And at the end of the day, if you don't have money to cover your treatment, guess who's going to pay for that? The government, which means we, our taxes, are going to pay for a lot of people, including maybe ourselves. So what I think is everybody that has a heartbeat should be more concerned about this. And I hope people pay more attention to this disease. As I read the book and as I find more resources, I will make them available. And I thank you for going in this journey with me. It's one of the 3 most important, this website, the website that I have is a personal website. and I talk about journey of a woman that is about to turn 50. That's very important to me. The situation with the dementia is really important to me. And those are the two top things. There are other things that I talk about. I do review books and I do other things. And I do have my rants every once in a while. But the two most important things right now are dementia and my own health, because I don't want to be a statistic. And I don't know about you. I'm hoping that you also don't want to be a statistic and that you join me in this journey. Thank you very much for watching. This is Roxana for Avid Diva, and you have a good night.